Hello everyone. In this video, I'll show you how to evaluate the area between the graph of y equals f of x and y equals g of x within the interval ab by evaluating the definite integral of the absolute value of f minus g in the interval ab. So this definite integral contains an absolute value. We cannot use the fundamental theorem of calculus to evaluate it. We have to do some preliminaries by following these two steps. The first step is to solve the equation f of x equals g of x to find the point of intersection of the graphs within the interval AB. And the next step, you have to split the definite integral according to the zeros, and then you check the signs of f of x minus g of x to take off the absolute value on each subinterval, and then you evaluate the integrals. Let's try to apply this in the first example 1, by taking f of x to be 3x squared minus 1 and g of x equals 2x and 0, 2. So first step is to solve the equation 3x squared minus 1 equals 2x, which is equivalent to 3x squared minus 1 minus 2x equals 0, which is equivalent to 3x plus 1 times x minus 1. That's give us the two zeros, x equals minus 1 over 3 or x equals 1. Let's put all this in the graphs. We have, this is the graph of the function g, the f, and the green one is the graph of g, and their intersection are the point minus 1 over 3, minus 2 over 3, and 1, 2. So, but the interval of integration is 0, 2, that this point will be ignored. So now let's look at now the interval, the subinterval 0, 1. You see in this subinterval the function f of x is below g of x, and on the subinterval 1, 2, you see g is below the function f of x. That means here f minus g within the subinterval 0, 1 will be negative, and on the subinterval 1, 2, f minus g will be positive. So we should take this in consideration when evaluating the definite integral from 0 to 2. So this definite integral, we can split it according to the 0, 1 of the equation f of x equals g of x. Now within the interval 0, 1, we know that f minus g is negative, so when we take off the absolute value, we multiply by negative 1. And within the interval 1 to 2, f of x minus g of x is positive, so we take off the absolute value without any multiplications. So the first definite integral will be the integral of g minus f, and the second integral will be from 1 to 2 of f minus g. Now we find the antiderivative. We put the expressions of g and f, and then the expression of f minus g, and then we look at for the antiderivative. We find the antiderivative of this power functions, which are simple to find. We have minus x cubed, which is the antiderivative of minus 3x squared, and x squared will be the antiderivative of 2x, and x will be the antiderivative of 1. We'll do the same thing in here for this expression, and then we evaluate them. So we evaluate this expression at 1, and then you evaluate it at 0, then you take the difference. You evaluate this expression at 2, and you evaluate it at 1, and you take the difference. You got 3, you add them up, and you got 4, and this is the end of example 1. In example 2, we take f of x to be x squared plus 2x, and g of x to be minus x plus 4 on the interval minus 4, 2. So the first step is to solve the equation f of x equals g of x, which is equivalent to x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals to 0. We factor it, and the zeros will be x equals negative 4 or x equals 1. We put this in the graphs. So this is the function f, and the green one is the graph of g, and the intersection points are minus 4, 8, and the second one will be 1, 3. Now we look at the f minus g within the subinterval from minus 4 to 1. You see that f is below the function g. That means f minus g will be negative. Now from 1 to 2, f is on the top of g, then f minus g will be positive. So now when evaluating the integral or the definite integral, we will split it first in two definite integral from minus 4 to 1 and from 1 to 2. And you know that from minus 4 to 1, we know f minus g is negative, and from 1 to 2, we know that f minus g is positive. So now take out the absolute value, then multiply by negative 1. Here, take off the absolute value without multiplying with any number, or just leave it the way it is. Now we substitute the expression of g and f, and the same thing for f and g, and then you find the antiderivative, and then you define this. If you evaluate these expressions at negative 4 and 1, and at 1 and 2, and you take the difference, and this is what you get. You get 125 over 6 plus 17 over 6, which is equal 1 to 142 over 6, which simplifies to 71 over 3. That's all, folks. Thank you very much.